Welcome back to iRacing Basic Training. It's Chapter 10. We've covered numerous topics so far, and we've only begun to scratch the surface of what iRacing really has to offer. In our final chapter, we're going to talk about the future. iRacing has many exciting things on the way. New cars and tracks are always being added to the service, but possibly more exciting is the accuracy of this content continues to improve with each passing build. The number of members is also growing too. Companies are now taking note and sponsoring several of the official series. Many young drivers entering motorsports are now relying on iRacing to learn new cars and tracks long before they actually do it in the physical world. Using the simulation to practice is now becoming standard procedure, rather than a rare exception. In 1989, Dave Kamer, co-founder of iRacing.com, was developing Indianapolis 500, the simulation. Back then, the thought of using a simulator to train for an actual race was likely unheard of. In order to appreciate where iRacing is headed, it's important to see how far sim racing has come in a very short amount of time. After 4 long years of alpha and beta testing, iRacing went live in 2008. There were only a handful of cars and tracks to choose from. I was satisfied racing the late model at South Boston, but at the time, the ladder system was missing a few rungs, so to speak. However, this didn't last long. iRacing laser scanned more cars and tracks from all over the world. The staff and alpha testing team is still hard at work, and the fleet of cars is always expanding, which now includes over 40 different vehicles, with notable manufacturers such as Cadillac, BMW, and many others. Over 60 racing facilities have been scanned, most providing multiple configurations, and dynamic weather conditions now make every race truly unique. Many notable and exciting improvements are just on the horizon. Since 2010, iRacing has hosted 2 World Championship Series to determine the best online racers in the world. The winners have come from all over: Brazil, Finland, the United States, and England. 2-time world champion Ray Alfala is native of Cuba and now resides in Florida. As both series continue to gain global popularity, the competition has only gotten more intense, with tens of thousands of dollars up for grabs every year. Peak Antifreeze is now the title sponsor of the official NASCAR-sanctioned World Championship Series, now known as the NASCAR Peak Antifreeze Series. iRacing has the opportunity to grow even more. It's hard to say what the sim will look like in another 25 years, but it might be unrecognizable compared to what we see today. As simulations become more and more realistic, they're also gaining the respect that they deserve. Many expectations have already been exceeded, and there's no telling just how accurate iRacing can become. Maybe the service will become the ultimate proving ground for young and aspiring race car drivers in the future. So, what does this have to do with your training, you ask? As members, we all have a unique opportunity to grow the sport, hobby, and community even more. If we represent the service well, we're doing our part. We also have an opportunity to give feedback to make for an even better experience. The iRacing staff listens to our feedback and works hard to satisfy our desires. In this series, I've shared a lot of my knowledge, but there are plenty of things I don't know. I couldn't begin to tell you how to drive the challenging Mount Panorama circuit, but it's only a matter of time before you will be an experienced member of the service who has the advice to offer. When this is the case, be kind and thoughtful when communicating with new members. This is a great way to help iRacing grow. Remember, everyone has to start somewhere, and you can take pride in helping others succeed.